case.
In this case, maybe, you know what I fucking mean. All right. So, TCCC, Tactical Combat Casualty Care, is the first steps as a medic that you take when aiding people in the field. Now, just for an example's case, let's say you got person A who is infantryman. You got person B who is a medic. Infantryman goes down, takes a shot. Person B, the medic, should not be going over to them right away. They have to secure the area and make sure it's free of hostilities. The only thing that they should probably be doing is going over and making sure they're stable. After they're stable, be it blood, airway, whatever you want to do, you engage, you finish the threat, then you finish your tactical care. Does that sound good? Sweet Maple, you have a question?
Oh no, I just did a thumbs up.
Okay.
Thumbs up, yeah.
Thumbs
You
up,
have
got
one
it.
note
Oh,
for you.
go on, sir.
So, in regards to your casualty, if you are engaged in an active threat and you experience a casualty on your squad or in your vicinity of somebody who's on your team, so to say, you need to make sure that if that person is down, not only can they get to cover, but that you can direct them to the cover. You should not be endangering yourself in an active combat scenario to recover wounded, because if you do, you run the risk of wounding yourself, leading to more personnel down, and those who are combat lifesavers or medics puts the further mission in danger. If the casualty is in a life-threatening situation, bleeding out in front of your eyes, and they are within a safe location, that is your goal to intervene. But if they are in the middle of the field with a machine gunner who's pinned down the entire team who can't move, you might need to write that one off. Just a bit of a warning sign there. We're not going to run people out to save one and lose 5. It's not how we do things around here, right, Sergeant?
Just absolutely. Just make sure you communicate with your team lead and coordinate retrieving that person if you can. Otherwise, don't put yourself in danger.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, do you have any other comments? Any facts you'd like to share?
It'll mostly be going along, sir, as we talked about Smudge Paws.
Wonderful. So, this is where I get to shine. As your medical officer, one of the things that I'm trying to do around here, and this is a small departure out of character, we're trying to make sure that medical roleplay can be engaging as well as it can be accurate. Now, we understand that there are some folks who really dig the details, who really want to dive in to know the dosage, down to the where you inject and all that. Frankly, this is VR chat, and we're going to allow leniency. We absolutely have space for those who want to dig into the details and perform that way. However, we're not going to punish those who simply want to work with basics. The basics of our equipment are bandages, tourniquets, chest seals, painkillers. Does that make sense to everyone here?
Yep.
Yep.
Maple,
Yes.
what's a bandage do?
A bandage. So,
Shit. Keeps the wound from infection, at least dirt or anything which can enter that wound, which shouldn't be in there, like dirt or anything which could infect that wound. It can stop bleedings if you pack it tightly in the wound or around the wound. And it sterilizes it, at least to some degree.
Some degree, yes. You're thinking more along the hemostatic gauze that'll help keep
Exactly.
it disinfected. However, for the bandage, in simplest terms, helps stop bleeding and protects the wound from further damage. If you got a flap of skin hanging off your arm, you're going to bandage that in place so you're not getting caught on every tree that you walk by. Tourniquet. Mita, you know what a tourniquet does?
It restricts blood flow to the area that is below it. Like you put on your shoulder, anything below that, it would restrict blood flow to help seal it, to help seal it, stop bleeding from a wound.
Yep. Easiest way to think of this is think of a belt, the one that goes around your waist. It's designed to go around your limbs, so your arms, your legs, etc. Won't do well around your neck. Don't be putting a tourniquet on the neck. You think it's a funny joke. We've seen it happen before, and that was a terrible amount of paperwork. But basically, you take that and you tighten it and you tighten it and you tighten it to the point that blood flow stops going to that limb. The reason we do that, it hurts like hell. But if your person is bleeding all of their blood out of their body through their arm or their leg, I promise you, they would rather be in pain than dead. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Chest seal. I'm going to explain this one just to make sure everybody knows. I like the
Oh, yeah.
enthusiasm.
Alright.
Don't worry. So, when you receive a bullet wound or some type of penetrating injury to the chest, you make sure to cover that with a chest seal on the front and the back. So, entry wound, exit wound. What this will do, it will help keep air from getting into the chest. That makes it hard for people to breathe. Normally, you'll see this in terms of gunshot wounds. Personnel who are having issues breathing likely have a breach to their chest. That pressure differential squeezes the lungs, makes it hard to breathe. They'll be short of breath, they'll likely complain about it. That chest seal is going to help them. And finally, Isaacson, what are painkillers good for?
Well, painkiller is they don't exactly stop the pain, but they help make it so it doesn't hurt that much. So it's like
Limit.
yeah, it's like limiting the pain for like 6 hours, I think it is, from what I've experienced with at least.
Helps alleviate the pain for a duration. Likely, if you've got somebody who's too hurt to walk, a good painkiller will get them up and will get them moving. Fall in, just find an open chair, and you update the attendance roster.
Aye, sir.
My leg, asshole.
Do you have your gear on,
Get your helmet off.
or is it just the helmet? That one could keep the helmet if they so desire, just not the armor.
They don't have armor on. Sir.
Then where's that? So,
Should work now.
to move into
Yeah.
the meat of the document, we have a lovely anagram for you. One you may have heard an alternative version for. Originally, we had CABCDE. If you know what that stands for, and you've worked with it before, congratulations. We're going to be doing the same thing, just with a lot easier name to remember. There's going to be March, M-A-R-C-H, Paws, P-A-W-S. Thank you kindly, Sergeant. In addition, due to the personnel that we have here in the Waifuware, we want to make sure that one thing is consistent. Smart Paws is the start for the after-combat care of dealing with your casualties. But we make a small addition of where we add an S to the very front. Smarch, if you will. That S stands for security. If you see that the casualties are being treated, and there is potential dangers around you, you want to make sure that your medics who are engaged in medical activity are afforded the protection they deserve. They do not have a gun in their hands. They are not watching for the enemy. They are making sure that the person on the ground gets home safe and gets home alive. It is your goal to make sure that both of them don't get surprised, and we end up with more coffins than we have boots coming back. Understood?
Understood.
Understood. Understood.
Now, I won't ask every single one, but I just want to see if we have any foreknowledge of this going ahead. March Paws, who can tell me what the M might stand for? Going once. Going twice. Stands for massive hemorrhaging. If English is not your first language, hemorrhaging basically means bleeding. This is somebody who is bleeding a lot. That is the highest priority to stop in terms of the ailment that is befalling your soldier. Normally, you'll see this from amputations, IEDs, some type of explosive. Somebody's on the ground screaming in pain. Your treatment for it? Tourniquet. You go to them, you place it high and tight on their body. Their leg is blown off, you put it here. Their arm is blown off, you put it here. Any questions?
No.
This will stop blood from flowing to the limb, from flowing out of the body, because think of blood like your gas tank. You don't have a chance to refill while you're on the field. And if you hit 0, you're not coming back. At least alive. Does that make sense?
Aye.
Blood and bleeding, the number one thing you want to seek to control. The second most important thing you want to control.
Just a quick tad bit on the add-on to you for that.
Go on.
I'm gonna go out of character real quick because in real life situation, the average person bleeds out in roughly 2 minutes, depending on what kind of injury they have. So that's the reason why massive hemorrhaging is first. It is like the most important thing that you can do for a person. And when you are applying a tourniquet, I don't think it's gonna be really looked at in terms of VR. But if you have a situation where you really need to apply one, make sure it is like directly above the wound. Maybe like a half an inch if you have to, but that helps to make sure that there's still blood going to the rest of the arm that isn't injured, and that it's still cutting off to the point where no blood is going to get through or bleed out anymore.
The variance in that, I would say, is your timetable. If you're in a situation where somebody is next second dead, go high and tight just as soon as you can. Get everything turned off all at once. If you have the opportunity to treat them more, say the lower arm is gone, go for the elbow. If the lower leg is gone, go for the knee. But if you need that tourniquet on immediately, without thinking, without having to discover where the wound is, you go high and tight. Understood?
Understood.
Understood.
Excellent. Now,
So we also tourniquet the PP for additional points.
I'm sure there is some junctional tourniquet meant for that purpose. Now, who could probably guess the next important thing when it comes to your blood? What would be next that you want to make sure that the person is doing? Maple.
Airways.
Airways. Even the correct version. M-A. Airway. You want to make sure the person is able to breathe. Nothing is blocking their mouth. Nothing is stuffed in their nose. That they are able to breathe. Nothing is down in their throat. Things along those lines. Easiest way you want to do this is essentially, for us at least in VR chat, make sure they're not face down in anything. If you have a shot caller or the person who is injured DMing that there is something in their mouth, something is blocking their breathing, remove it. Do not be reaching into their mouth. That is the one thing I will warn you about. Reaching into the mouth when somebody is panicked, unable to breathe, you may get bit. And now you've got another little injury, depending on how severe that'll be. If you need to, you can push on their chin, on their cheeks, or rather on their neck and their cheeks to kind of move it forward. If not, use a precision tool like a pair of tweezers or something like that. Something that will not lose you digits. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, no real equipment there outside of the tweezers, but when it comes to the R from March, stands for respiratory. So, now that you know that
Sounds
they
like a
can breathe,
Pokemon.
yes, now that you know that they can breathe, make sure that they are breathing. You know,
Or
unfortunately,
not
we
too
can't.
much breathing.
Remember your PTS, Shanton. Now, when it comes to this, there's not going to be too many indicators that you'll be able to physically see or feel when it comes to VR chat. Normally, the person or a shot caller will be able to give you the information. Are they breathing? Check if they're breathing. You'll get a yes or a no. If not, do your best to communicate with the person who is injured there to find the appropriate treatment. Now, as I said before, number one issue that you'll likely find for people who cannot breathe is that they have a chest wound. As long as there's no direct damage to the lung, those chest seals are going to help regulate pressure, and it should help that start to flow a lot nicer. Easier breathing, less shortness of breath. Your soldier's going to be able to get up and breathe on their own. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can test anybody who might think what C is. Shine Todd.
Circulation.
Circulation is the correct answer. Now that they are not bleeding massively from their limb, they are breathing and able to breathe, you want to make sure that there are no other wounds on the body. You'll be able to inspect the front, make sure they get their gear off, check their chest, check their side, check their back, check their hips, check their legs, make sure that there is no other bleeding going on there. Because if you are actively bleeding, you're losing blood pressure, blood is not going to circulate well, oxygen and other things to keep you alive is not going to circulate well, and you will run into those issues. Treat any of those with bandages and pressure, just to make sure that those are dealt with properly, and they should stop bleeding on their own. Anything that is, again, massive bleeding, you'll want to treat with a tourniquet, and that is the immediate life-saving intervention that you want to do there. Do you have something for me, Sergeant?
Just real quick, another real-life tidbit fun fact. If you suspect the person has a spinal injury or a neck injury of any kind, don't move them. Leave them where they are because you might make things worse. And in the case of respiratory, if they are not breathing but their airway is clear, you don't want to set them upright or move them any more than you have to. So there is a technique where, if I could borrow you for a second, Captain.
Depends how
You mean
much
the
you wish
right
to borrow me.
positioning?
Just face that way for me real quick.
Oh.
I just want you to imagine he's laying flat on his back right now. Is that you would grab underneath the jaw a little bit, tilt just a little bit back, and pull back just a tiny bit. That'll help open your airway a little bit and try to get some room to the victim so that they can actually get some air circulation going on. But that makes it so that the spine is still intact, it does not move, and you don't risk any further injury to that. But that's all I had for that.
Wonderful. See, we're a little long on the time here. I'll speed this up a little bit because we are through the most important things here. Now, when it comes to that, H, kind of towards where you were heading, stands for head and hypothermia. Means both. Typically, you just want to make sure that the person is in a good situation where the environment is not going to harm them. You have warming blankets afforded to you as medics. If you are in a cold environment or a frigid environment, you are able to use that to help regulate your patient's body temperature, as well as your head. You want to check their ears, their eyes, their nose, their mouth. You probably would have already done that before, but you want to just make sure everything is going fine. If you look at their eyes and they tell you the pupils are dilated or they are dizzy, not good at responding, don't seem to know where they are, that might indicate a head injury or a traumatic brain injury or a concussion, etc. along those lines. Those we can't really treat on the field. You want to make sure that they're just in an okay position, they're safely transported, and that there's no additional injuries to the head from either their mobilization or how they are moving through the environment that they are in. Got another one for me?
Just a quick tidbit, sorry, sir. Just a pop quiz. What happens to blood when it gets cold? Sweet.
Doesn't flow as much since the veins close.
But
The
True,
blood
but I'm talking about blood on the
itself?
outside of the body.
oh, it dies.
But it also gets cold.
Yeah.
It absorbs cold. So when you have somebody who's just bled out a lot and it has bloody pants or anything like that, you have to use your trauma sitters to get rid of all of that. Get rid of anything that is wet and cover it with something warm, or else they will get cold in that area and you might do further damage.
Good addition there. Now, just kind of a speed run through the last part. We have MARCH, massive hemorrhaging, airway, respiratory, circulation, and head/hypothermia. The Paws this is where you're going to be able to shine more in your roleplay if you wish to do this. P for Paws stands for pain management. This is going to be where you administer your painkillers, etc. Now, understanding what your painkiller is important. You might have seen a ping earlier from me today that says we have removed the restrictions of things such as morphine, ketamine, maybe even fentanyl, if you have the appropriate treatment option afforded to you to use those. This is my statement regarding that. This is a step to show that we trust you all to operate as efficient medics who are not being malicious. We don't want you giving somebody 7 morphine shots because you think it's funny. I don't believe I would see people doing that. You pending a little bit, but don't worry, I'm being funny. Other than that, if somebody does start to show, say, overdose symptoms, unresponsive, not doing anything because you gave them 1 too many morphine shots, we have a wonderful drug called Narcan. Narcan is a nasal spray. Put it right up to their nose, give it a squeeze, and it starts to revert that effect. It'll bring them out of the semi-coma, what they seem to be dealing with. The only downside is it'll bring all that pain right back. So make sure that you treat correctly within the dosages. You don't just randomly dose because you think it's funny, and we'll be set there. Now, in Paws, second A is going to be antibiotics. Now, if somebody's got a really nasty wound, you have the option to either give them a tablet, antibiotic, goes through their mouth, or if you wish, we have disinfectant as well as an injection you can give in the area to help keep the wound from getting infected. W stands for wounds. Basically, if you've gotten to this point of the flowchart, just re-examine your work, see if there's any other problems. If there's other things such as minor scrapes or bruises, just keep note of those. They might be in pain, but they're not going to be in a life-threatening situation. Then final S is for splinting. If you got a broken arm, set it, splint it, it should help. This whole March Pause algorithm is set in the order from most important treatment to least important treatment, in regards to getting somebody to where they can get proper treatment. This is your field work. You're not going to get people back to 100%. You're going to try and get them home. Does that make sense?
Yep.
No.
Wonderful. Couple of notes that I want to give just for roleplay health about the community. If you are interested in doing medical, again, we do implore you to do your research. We have documents available to you that have additional information if you are interested. We also have more complex trainings that will come through down the pipeline. But one thing that I would like to keep in mind is that events run on a schedule. And if you wish to pull somebody aside for 35 minutes to treat them and get them back to a stable condition, you might not be afforded the time to do so. If your squad lead is saying, get them up, get them able to move, do your best to be able to afford them that ability. We want to keep events moving. We don't want to sideline the entire thing because 2 people are having fun being doctor and patient. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
As well, the Medical Corps, we are a collective group who are working together when we are in squads or within the same one or working together between them. If you find that somebody is struggling to give treatment, offer them the treatment. 4 hands will do more than 2 can 90% of the time. Work together, get the soldier treated, and go through and get everybody back up so they can get out. All clear there?
Unclear.
Wonderful. I think I can just run through MIST, which is very, very short. Don't worry, you've sat in those chairs long enough. But after that, we can get our volunteers and take them to the gym so they can practice some of this. But after this, speaking of your other medics, once you've treated somebody and you've determined that they're either no longer effective on the field or they are in need of immediate medical intervention that is not available for the field, what do we call in? This one's got their hand up all the time. Anyone else have an idea?
You do call in you call in medevac or some evac for them.
Remember for me to call on you, but yes, the medevac is the correct answer. When you are transitioning care between yourself and a medevac team or yourself and another medic, it is important to list these 4 points here. It is called MIST. M-I-S-T. It is a short and concise way to describe the injury, how it happened, what is showing on the patient, and what you did about it. M just stands for mechanism of injury. Was it a gunshot wound? Was it an explosion? Was it a stabbing? Was it a motor vehicle collision? Easy to understand where the wound came from. Injury? Self-explanatory. What happened? There's a motor vehicle collision. Left arm is broken. Now, signs and symptoms. S is patient is in pain. Patient is bleeding. Having problems breathing. Unconscious. Things of those nature. Then T, last is your treatment. So, what hurt them, what the injury is, what it's showing, and how you handled it. Use that when transitioning care so we don't overload other medics with trying to figure out the thing that you've already done, repeating care, and resulting in just, frankly, wasting time. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
Any questions so far?
No?
Nope. All right. We'll do a quick fact check. Make sure that we know. If somebody is massively bleeding from loss of limb, how do you treat it? Todd.
Smash on the tourniquet.
Tourniquet on. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Cut off blood flow to the limb. Correct. Somebody's unable to breathe. What do you do? Maple.
Depending on if I assume you were asking for a chest.
Put a,
They're face down in a puddle of water. Unconscious.
I'll get them first of all out of that puddle of water, get there in the right position, and check if the airways are stuffed with something, and if need be, use tweezers or anything available to get these airways free.
Good. Mita. Your patient has a broken arm and is screaming in pain that it is unbearable. Is there anything you can give them?
Yes, you can give them you can give them some sort of pain relief, either you'll give them morphine or something like that, and then you'd obviously manage the wound and splint the limb to stabilize it.
Good to hear. All right. For this exercise, we're going to take individuals here, those who are injured and need to be treated, and those who will be treating the injuries. We've got a nice even number here. So likely we'll do the first 2 here, second 2 here. First 2 will be injured, you 2 will treat, and then we will switch. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe we have the numbers to do the full duration of our field portion. So likely we will just continue with the portion we had planned for the no combat encounter. After that, we may dismiss the event early, but if you do have questions, I am more than happy to fill the time and provide additional examples from that point. Any questions?
No.
Good. Let's get everyone up out of their seats. You're going to head to the armory first to get your gear on. Second, does everyone know where the gym is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
From the armory, once your gear is on, you are going to head to the gym. I will follow you to the armory. Morgan, will you meet them at the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Understood. Fall out and get this done.
Eating.
How?
Not gonna question it.
How?
I'm a squirrel.
You know, it'd be really unfortunate if you fell off of there and got hurt.
Did you found your nuts up there?
Who
No, but
glued
that's
the
a good
balls
idea. Maybe I can
again?
keep a hidden stash.
If you fell down, it would be a good example.
It would. But my tail's keeping me balanced.
That's why I'm glad that I'm
One
a
more
cat.
bone.
I have 9 lives. Okay.
Yeah, but the normal assault rifle has 30 rounds in there. That's not
Oh, really?
getting to
Let's
work.
try that.
You really are a squirrel, aren't you, Sergeant?
I am, Captain.
You 5 minutes alone, you end up on the highest point here. Anyway,
Higher. It's the roof.
you'll be fine. I know I pointed at 2. I'm going to take volunteers at this point. I need 2 volunteers to participate first
Yeah.
as the injured. So the
He's
original
raising his
2.
arm.
Excellent. So the 2 of here on my left, you are going to be given an injury. You're expected to act through it. Do your best to represent the injury as appropriate as possible. My 2 over here, you will exit out through there with the sergeant. You will wait until you are called in. It shouldn't be too much time, but once these 2 have been given their injury, you will come in and you will assess and treat. Understood?
Yep.
Do
Understood.
the worst.
All right.
And
You
don't
two,
give me
Jimmy?
morphine, I swear to God.
It's all practice doses.
It's all gonna be pretty simple, isn't it?
Hopefully, we'll see.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. Just, I'm gonna tell them the same thing that I'm gonna tell you. You are dealing with injured personnel. They could be frightened, they could be scared, they might think they're going to die. They could be confused and think you're trying to attack them. Talk to them, reassure them, tell them what you're doing, and also kind of reminds yourself what you're doing as well so you remember the next steps. Got it?
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's good. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the captain to tell me when he's all set, and we'll send you in. So if you want to review notes, go for it, or you want to ask me any questions.
Hopefully, it won't be too complicated.
It's good. God, I really am a shortest bastard here, ain't I? At least ain't as short as me. God, good fucking. Like I've seen short people. That angel.
I mean, to be
She
fair,
took,
to be
she
fair,
took
my
the
mom
term
can't-
shortcake literally, and she wants to eat it all.
I mean, to be fair, she have stolen my potato chips before, so
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
she owes me €5 because of that.
How tall are you by, like, just a curiosity at this point?
1.3 meters, 1.4.
Damn, okay.
it's the squirrel genes. You know, we're small.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought you were more like 135 or 138.
Nah. Maybe I drank too much coffee and stunted my growth. I don't know.
I mean, at least you're not that one officer who always drinks months energy, so...
Must have been before my time. Oh yeah, get ready for a remodel of this place. I heard they're gonna be doing stuff to it soon.
Remodel? I'm still learning where everything is, let alone
Captain.
they got remodel.
Don't worry, it's mostly the pictures. Injured or prepared for you? You're set to go in. So start
Area
exercising.
secure then. Area secure. S is already certified. Head in.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, someone's already on the ground.
Hello? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Well, talk to me, what do you feel, what do you feel?
Can you hear me?
Oh, for fuck's sake, somebody shot me in the left leg.
Okay. I'm going to put tourniquet on, I'm going to put tourniquet on you, I'm sorry, this is going to fucking hurt.
Oh, no need for fucking tourniquet. It's not like cure bleeding. For fuck's sake, just.
Is there anything that I know right now?
I'm gonna get you down here. Lay down
It's not that fucking big. Come on.
What? Hey, you move back.
Okay, I got you. Alright.
Yep, I'm doing that. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some painkillers, okay? There we go. So I'm going to tighten this a little bit. It's going to hurt, but it's going to be fine. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put bandage on you. It's good that you complain. It's good that you're complaining because I know you're alive then.
I'm gonna get something to.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Alright, what are you getting?
There we go. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm getting a bandage to keep the bleeding stopped.
I put the tourniquet on them to stop the bleeding, and I also gave them some painkillers, and I did a little bit of bandage as well, just in case.
Alright, sorry. Had a headache.
Even though
Okay, what are your other steps?
specifically.
That's the one thing I don't remember in this case.
Okay, so you've done the bleeding. Is that the only place he's bleeding?
Well, on that
Okay, let me see.
leg.
Alright, let me
He's got the
hold on,
notes.
I'll check here for anything else.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, his airway is good because he's
Yeah.
talking to you and breathing. And
Yeah,
he's not complaining that there's anything there. He's not muttering.
Plus he kind of fucked off a little bit, so. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now his respiratory. What's next? What do you do for respiratory?
Pain med- That's one thing more that I don't really understand because of language barrier.
People seem to be.
Okay, respiratory is just,
Respiratory, I fucking breathe normal. I don't have a chest wound. Circulation. I fucking. My heart is still. Wait, circulation was. My heart is still bleeding and stuff. Blood flow.
Pretty much,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
Head and hypothermia. I'm not fucking. No.
So there is no
My head
really
is not injured.
need to give them too much
Pain
morphine.
management you did.
Morphine, then I gave them some painkillers.
Antibiotics. I'm not infected. Wounds you did. Splint. I don't have a broken leg. Even though I've told you that my wound is not needing for a tourniquet, it's not heavy bleeding. It's just two
Yeah,
gun wounds
I
through the leg.
I did it just in case.
Yeah, there's
Be-
no.
better to keep
yeah,
you alive.
It's fine.
Yeah, plus I did
Well,
bandage.
tourniquet is more keeping my leg alive, keeping my leg from. You can just stuff. You can just stuff bandages in there, and that would be perfectly fine. It will hurt more, and just wrap around tourniquets. That works actually. This is the same thing which we learn in first aid. You basically just stuff as many bandages as you can in there, so the bleeding stops, and you have no need for a tourniquet.
Yeah, I technically gave you like three bandages. That's what I rolled up on you.
No, you said tourniquet, so
One
did a
tourniquet,
tourniquet,
one tourniquet, three bandages. That's what I did.
well that's just overkill. But yeah, it's okay.
Tourniquet is just the fastest way for them to stop the bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
you're not losing any more. Then they can
Yeah, I
get to
know.
the
So I
bandage.
need to remain here.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's why I did the tourniquet first before anything else. Like that was what I thought that at least in my mind what was supposed to do.
Just listen.
All
Just
right.
make sure after you get the tourniquet, you check everything else.
Yeah.
After you make sure everything else is fine, then you can start bandaging.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now,
Hello?
for the two of my medics here, I want you to communicate what happened, what you did, and do your missed reports. Mechanism of injury, symptoms, treatment. So, talk about it. If you were going to give this person to be treated, what happened? What'd you do?
Okay. So. Sorry.
Olivia, what's going on over here?
Okay, so
How they looking?
basically, I came over here and they were in pain, but they were conscious and they were breathing. So I took a tourniquet on them,
Oh,
and
they
then
didn't-
bandaging them and gave them painkiller as well, so they're stable. So they are.
What was the first part? You're speaking a little
Okay, so
unclear at the beginning. Very at the beginning.
Yeah, sorry, that's Norwegian for you. But yeah, so basically, I came over here first, and in my mind, I basically just took on what's it called again? I forgot the word about it. Like what's it called? Not the bandage, but
Say again.
What's the
The
thing called?
gauze? Tourniquet?
Tourniquet. Yeah, sorry. I took on the
There you go.
tourniquet, and then I put on 3 bandages, maybe a little bit of Oracle, but I wanted to make sure that it was all right. And then I gave them some painkillers for it.
All right.
You miss.
I'm going to help you
Okay.
with this. We're going to rephrase this in form of a missed report.
Can I do?
You go first.
Basically, if in a report you first say what happened, this person has 2 gunshot wounds straight through the leg, no heavy bleeding. How did I treated them? I put the tourniquet on and used bandages. Also, I admitted a pain relief. The third one, if I remember right, was if they're bleeding or in pain. And the last one is
It was bandages.
I actually don't remember.
It was 3
Don't worry.
bandages.
The T wasn't
Don't
it?
worry. I'll explain this for you here, just to make sure this is quick and easy. Mechanism of injury was a gunshot wound to the leg.
Yeah.
Multiple gunshot wounds
Yeah.
to the leg. The injury were entry and exit wounds to the leg, which caused bleeding. Signs and symptoms: bleeding and in pain. Treatment: you applied a tourniquet to the situation, which would render that limb useless because you were cutting off all blood flow to it. You also packed and bandaged the wounds there and administered pain relief of whatever type you did. That's the quick version of it.
Yep.
Now we talked about this. Mita, explain what Shinetoad's injuries were.
All right, I found them unconscious, slumped against the wall. Their arm was completely gone and bleeding really badly. Their arm was completely gone. Signs of an IED explosion of some sort in close proximity to where they were. I applied a tourniquet right there tightly and I bandaged it up until I can control the bleeding and stop it. And those they were unconscious, potential signs of concussion or anything like that, but they weren't conscious. I didn't render any pain relief whatsoever. And that was basically it.
All right. So potential IED. Arm was destroyed, removed from body. They were critically bleeding, massive hemorrhaging, whatever you want to call it. Unconscious. Treatment was tourniquet, bandage, and no pain relief. Which, right now, they're unconscious. You don't want to be dosing people with, one, you don't know if they've had anything before. It's something you want to think about. If you can't ask them if they've been given anything, you probably don't want to assume they've been given any, or you want to assume that they have been given something. That will avoid potential overdoses and other things along those lines. Now, everybody clear on this one round?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We will now repeat and change positions here. Morgan, I do appreciate your help, but I do know that there is something that you had on your mind. Do you wish to step out at this time, or do you wish to continue on with us?
It's only
Don't feel
for one
obligated.
more. I think we're okay.
Okay. Don't feel obligated to stay if you've got
Too late.
schedule
I already
conflicts.
feel obligated.
All right. Isaacson, Mita, you're going to stay in here. You two, head into the hallway. Sergeant, supervise.
Understood.
All right.
Hey, the fun part.
Yes, now you get to go. "Ah!" when you want.
And
I'm limited how much I can yell because if people in the house, if I scream, they're gonna think I'm actually hurt or in trouble. But I can sort of be like loud voice, and you can sort of assume I'm yelling.
I understand the pain.
I mean, I could just repeat that stuff from that one training,
Yeah.
one training where I got absolutely fucked up.
You could yell like you were doing in that freaking game I was watching you play, where you were yelling every 6 seconds, being obnoxious.
Let's cycle it in, okay? Let's keep it on task so we can get them moving in.
Yeah.
We want to let them be able to help. Now,
Yes, sir.
do either of you have an injury that you wish to portray? An idea that you want to work with? If not, I'll give you one.
I could have 2 gunshots in the leg and 1 in the left arm.
You want
I
to
wouldn't
do 2
mind being,
gunshots in the leg?
yeah.
The arm? All right.
Maybe body with something else. Yeah, maybe a little bit complicated for them to find out, but like, you know,
Let's just say
torso and something else.
we can say you were shot in the chest 2 or 3 times. You're having issues breathing. Does that make sense? So that way they would look to treat you with stopping the bleeding, getting a chest seal on you to make sure that you're able to breathe on both your entry and exit wound, and then from there you'll go from there. Yours is a bit of a repeat. Are you sure you don't want to add in something else? Maybe say an eye injury or maybe a broken limb, etc.
I mean, yeah, we could do broken limb, yeah.
So do you want to do gunshot to the arm and broken leg?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yours is going to be a little more critical. Yours is going to be a little less in demand. They're going to both come and examine you, and I'm going to walk them through the same steps. They treat, they go talk, they explain to each other what they did, and we're going to go from there. All good?
I bet.
Wonderful.
Yep.
To get in position, I'll let you know when you're ready. Just say ready.
Yeah.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Good.
Ready. All right, I'll get him.
Nobody's praying. Okay.
Fuck!
Hey, dude. Hello. How's it going? What happened?
My right arm fucking hurts and I can't fucking feel my left leg.
Okay.
I think it's broken. I think it's broken.
Broken?
Ow.
Ooh,
I can
yeah,
feel it.
definitely. And your arm?
My arm
What's
over
going on with you?
This is my right arm. Ow.
In the chest.
I got
right now.
shot 2 times in it. Ow, fuck.
Okay, heavy bleeding or just normal, just shot through?
Yeah. Fucker.
Okay, just stop. Okay, this is going to hurt a lot. I'm just stuffing some bandages in there.
Yeah. I'm already in a lot of pain, so a little bit more cancer now. Fuck. Fuck.
Just calm down. Calm down. It's not that hard.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Also in a lot of pain.
Take some painkillers.
Ow. Fuck.
Sorry about your pants.
Yes, please. I can't fucking breathe.
Okay.
We are working on this.
Take splint.
Ow.
Sorry about this, dude.
Stuff there.
Ow.
The cheapest stuff because they spare money.
I mean, used to being hurt, it's fine. Ow.
Or one thing I'll mention, if you
That's
have a
not
chest
good.
wound, it might be good to have your gear off. So the
Bandages.
if you want to remove your equipment, so that
That's the
you can
disadvantages of being a
treat, that's one
professional
thing you might
soldier.
not think
Ow.
to do.
Yeah, I said I wanted to remove the
Oh.
vest.
Cool, dude. Just
And they said
keep
it was
breathing
the
for me, just
lower part
keep it
now,
here.
but if it's the
Yeah.
chest, then I can smash
Fuck.
like chest seal.
Okay, let's check.
Yeah, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't make sense.
Fuck.
You got it.
Anywhere else you feel pain?
No, I'm good. Ow.
I smash a chest on there. Do I have
Really?
an exit wound? Do I see anything?
Yeah.
Do I feel anything? Can I do touch
Okay.
reflex?
There's 3.
Any neck pain or something?
No, not a lot. Not a lot, a little bit, but
Not a
that's
lot?
fine.
Okay.
There's new there.
No bleeding anywhere else. Arm is treated. Bandages used. Broken leg is treated with a.
During the wounds.
Um,
There's nothing else.
Nothing.
Painkiller received.
I am feeling a little bit
Okay,
dizzy,
so
but
this
yeah.
They got the sheep stuff already.
Okay.
Should work soon.
Dizzy. Well, you're speaking, you're breathing.
Chest injury was fixed and there was no
Probably the
nothing
blood
hit,
loss.
below like I thought. And I
Mm-hmm. I think I'm done here.
Nothing further.
Looks good.
Just 3
guess
chests.
if there would be one in
Just waiting for them.
below, I would have pushed it. I forgot
True,
about
he's
the
going to be
salt
dizzy. He
because
did
it's
just lose some
there.
blood, but as long
Yeah.
as he's not in
Yeah.
pain, he's not having trouble
Yeah.
breathing.
Yes,
Okay.
it's
So
a
that's
wire
good.
thingy, so you can see it on X-ray. These things.
Check, check,
Mm.
check, check,
Good.
check,
Then I would say, do
check,
you want some oxygen?
check, 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 check.
Please. I feel like I'm
Just making sure.
marathon. I can't.
Alright.
Good scheiße, you would get
You can go ahead,
some
stand up. You're good.
You
Yep.
remove like the helmet and your glasses you also don't need.
This is one of those things that I'll say regarding treatment. As long as we have people who understand what they're doing, want to add the little extra, they're perfectly
Oh,
able
don't
to. So
worry.
just work with it.
I'm very smart. To quote Socrates, I know that I know nothing. There you get the mask on there. Put
Alright.
it in an oxygen bottle and to get the deluxe edition of it. Good.
Oh yeah, I
Alright.
will not do
I'll
that.
consider
I will not be
I'll
that.
consider the casualty stabilized. Everybody who stood up. Now,
This is basic stabilization. Don't worry about it, lad.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
understandable. We're going to have you two communicate what the wounds are and what the treatments were. Sergeant will be able to watch that for you.
Okay, starting with you two. Let me get a miss report.
From me to. Well, okay, this person had 2 gunshot wounds in their left leg. No, in the right arm, and also a broken leg, the left leg. Upper region. The 2 gunshot wounds were in the upper biceps. And I treated them with using bandages to plug them into the wounds, since they were just straight gunshot wounds through the arm, no major bleeding. I used a splint to get that leg in fixed, and secured it with some bandages so it doesn't slip. I administered a doses of pain relief or painkillers, whatever
Mhm.
it says. And they will not be operational with that leg anymore, so they would need to get a medevac out of here.
All right.
Yeah, that
All right.
would be it.
And Shine Todd, how about your miss report?
I mean, there was some slightly used chest, which I fixed by slapping chest seals on there, and they also got some cheap stuff against the pain, not the expensive stuff, of course. And then they got some oxygen.
Stop!
And,
Medics! Surprise exam! Your captain just took a grenade! Assess! Go!
Whoa.
Where's it? Left leg's all torn up. Shit! Alright, grenade door.
Get him stable.
what happened?
It fell off my vest. Ah!
Right. Set him down.
On the ground.
Let me get
Yes,
down.
keep pressure up. Get him set him down.
Ah!
Okay, you two take care of it. I will call for
Alright.
medevac already.
Let me get that.
Alright.
Gentlemen, the guys that paid me
Go
got
ahead.
hit by
Help
something.
him out.
Bring the fast
Okay.
stuff.
Security.
Alright, what's going on with your arm?
Yeah.
It's bleeding.
Okay, your arm's alright. I'm gonna get to her. I'm gonna get to her. I'll take care of the arm.
God damn it. Sorry.
Alright. Your arm's gonna hurt a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh, it already hurts. Come on.
Okay. Here comes the pressure. Oh, okay. Alright.
There's a lovely pill here for you.
Alright. I'm gonna patch up your arm now.
Ah.
Get this bleed taken off.
Ah.
Alright, patching up your arm right now.
Yeah, just appreciate it if you get it out. Just bandage it. It's fine.
Alright. Your arm's patched up and turned to get it all set.
Same here with the leg.
I think something's broken down there. Does it bend okay?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Is it? A bit crooked.
It's...
Are you able to move your toes at all?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, definitely not mobile.
Well, okay. Splint.
All right, hold on. Let me get my. Here you go. Here.
You know, I can't move, but it
Alright.
still hurts.
Right.
Just,
Do you want
this will
any?
hurt a
Right,
little.
do you want something for the pain? I can give you a shot for it.
I already gave
Give
them.
me some pills.
Okay, all right, good. All right, I'm just making sure you're okay with that. Are you breathing okay?
Yeah, it just hurts.
Alright.
Hurts.
All right. All right.
Sergeant, I need the name of the person who verified the ordinance. I'm gonna have a word with them.
We'll get it soon, Captain. Just hold in there. We'll get you.
Most important thing is make sure you survive this. We'll take care of it.
Don't worry, we're
We'll
in
take
the
care of it, don't worry.
HQ. They will
If they don't survive it, we would get a field promotion. Just saying.
Now.
That is true.
I've sacrificed my body for this bit. Why don't you tell the other two what happened and how you treated me for it?
Why are you getting your weapon out with no ammunition?
Security.
Because
Are you
they are
getting your weapon
posting
out?
security. You are in the open. You don't know the origin of that grenade. They are protecting you.
Could be sabotage, could be
Excellent.
attack that is planned.
Now, I'm in a stable
be
enough
just,
position.
food in the
Not
canteen.
mobile, but I'm not gonna die here in the next 5 seconds.
Okay.
Go let the others know what's up.
Medivac.
All right, are we
Already
secure
called
here?
medivac.
Is there anything else going on? He's commander stable. We'll
Security is
need to get him out of here.
Gabby.
Security has been established. You too. Come over here and listen to the miss report.
All right, grenade blew up right next to him. He has serious wounds in his leg and his arm. His leg is immobile. We treated both his leg and his arm. Gave him something for the pain, and we put a splint on his leg. He needs evac.
Immediately.
Immediate evac. Immediate.
Someone get me a wheelchair and cart me to medical. But
And
anyway,
someone's gonna have a very, very bad day.
Not like
you're gonna be the one to
stretchers?
explain to my wife. So, anyway, end of that exercise. Wonderful. I liked the quick response, and I hope I didn't surprise you all too much with my own leg disappearing or something like
No,
that.
when you got your gear already on, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to happen now.
Don't worry, legs grow back.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
No, they don't.
What?
Only for
I'm a starfish, don't worry.
what I liked right at the beginning is that only 2 of you went in, and the others posted security. Because if there's too many cooks in the kitchen, nobody can agree on what to do.
There's no reason to play like butt touching with like so many people.
Exactly. So there was 2 limbs being injured. 2 medics were able to assess that and target it at the same time. The other 2 who didn't have anything else to do posted security, make sure that the medics that we're tending to were
And
being
I called for medivac. That was the first thing I did.
So I like that part. That was good. That was real good.
That
See,
guy
your legs go
pays
back
us,
just
so
fine.
obviously it has some
Yeah.
importance.
Good as new.
Nice.
I think my tracker's a little goofy.
See, that's how it'll happen. You gotta be ready for it. You gotta act.
good.
And you guys knew exactly what you were doing, so good job.
I know that I know
Yes.
nothing.
Roger.
All right. So at this point, we are low on attendance, and I do apologize for this. We had something that with 2 or 3 more, we were going to work towards a field exercise. Right now, I'm content with calling this here. I think you were able to work with the information that you had. I did promise you another 30 minutes. I will be around to answer questions, provide information, or talk about things that you might be curious about. I will be able to do that. Otherwise, we are going to end this event a little early. So keep an eye out for future medical events. We'll probably do them during more prime time hours to make sure that we do get the attendance. We'll be able to give you all the training in operation as you could, or as you should, and to make sure that in those high pressure situations, you're able to act and you're able to be the best medics or combat lifesavers that you choose to be. Anything further, Morgan?
Nothing further, sir.
All right. Feedback for the event. Anybody got something they want to say?
great event.
You had your hand up
One
just
of-
a little bit.
One of the better training events I've been a part of.
Excellent. We also have a document. It is passing the last stages of being cleared, so we're going to have that available to you all. It's going to have my collection of information about medical. It's going to have the breakdown of the simple ways that we wanted to teach you here, more complex treatments if you are interested and wish to engage more with those, as well as a list of medication, their effects when they're used, their names even if you want to use them, to give yourself the best ability to be what you want to be out there on the battlefield. Anyone else have something to say?
Yes.
Todd?
Did I miss anything because I was late?
No, you showed up relatively on time.
Oh,
So-
that's rare.
Anyone else? Going once? You got another?
Yes, do people know how to stabilize airway with like those tube thingies, like laryngeal tube, what they are called in English?
Oh, the laryngeal nasal tubing.
That looks like a pee-pee with inflatable thingy.
We don't have the nasal tubing in the required knowledge, but it is included in the more complex stuff. So yes, if you want to use the nasal intubation, you can use
Not
that.
the nasal thingy, like the in German it's Larynxtubus.
Oh, larynxtubus. Okay, so like the breathing things. Yeah.
That you shove into their mouth and then you inflate it to stabilize it.
I don't know if we have it in particular in the document. If you know what it is and how to use it, you're more than free to use it.
It looks like a pee-pee, that's why it's funny.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Now to move away from the pee-pee talk. Anything else? Once? Twice? With that, you are all hereby dismissed. Oxfeld!
Axel.
Oh, my leg hurts. Get out of here.
I'm getting old.
Wow, it's
Go be your best coyote.
phantom pain, huh?
Coyote time.
Yes.
Very important,
see
the
you. Hopefully
aftercare
see you.
got